the top, you need the proper climbing gear. The kind you'll find in the spring wardrobe sale. In fact, we've taken the savings to a whole new level. That includes everything from tailored suits and sport coats to classic trousers and wrinkle-free dress shirts. It's our biggest event of the season, so don't let the spring wardrobe sale pass you by as you work your way to the top.
Here's why the Sachs are another Tylenol extended relief family.
I feel I'm too young to have this arthritis in my hands. What bothered me most was that I couldn't pick Michael up.
With extended relief, now I can, even after a whole day of play.
The relief really lasts.
Now, Deborah uses Tylenol extended relief with this unique bi-layer caplet. One layer of strong relief to attack the pain quickly, and one layer to make sure that strong relief lasts.
Now he doesn't have to hear, Mommy can't hold you.
Tylenol extended relief. Strong relief right away. Strong relief the whole day.
Auto Show concept cars. Cars with exciting features like supercharged engines. Finally, someone's built one for you. Introducing the 1995 Riviera with an available supercharged engine that breathes deep for maximum power. It's amazing what a breath of fresh air can do. The all-new Riviera by Buick. What a concept.
Thursday, I can give you Ryan Dunnigan on a platter.
Tony's got a spy in the mob.
Are you sure no one saw you? Get down!
But when he's discovered,
The wire went dead.
Tony jumps in to save him. Michael Chiklis is the commish. Thursday on ABC.
Friday, he shot and killed a graffiti artist who sprayed graffiti all over Los Angeles.
So I just came around and aimed for the center of his black shirt and fired.
And he went free. Is he a hero or a villain? You decide. 2020 Friday.
It's time to award another of our Herograms, which we do from time to time to someone who's done a good deed or a good turn or a good thing. Tonight, it's a whole bunch of someones who deserve a Herogram. Newport News, Virginia, Sunday, February 19th. A group of kids is playing in a vacant lot when they see an elderly woman being mugged right across the street. Among them, 13-year-old Delvin Johnson.
And we heard that lady on the ground saying, help, help. So we saw that man over there push on the ground, take her pocketbook.
And 11-year-old Maurice Williams.
So all of us pick up a stick, and then we start running.
Running after the mugger. 12-year-old Dune Gales among them.
I was with Delvin in the front, and I was a little scared, but I didn't worry about it.
The woman on the ground was 75-year-old Edna Moss. She had struggled with her attacker.
That's when I fell. And when I fell, he took the pocketbook and ran on around the corner.
Took the pocketbook with such force, it ripped open. Pushed Mrs. Moss with such force, the fall broke her hip. Meanwhile...
Then we surrounded the man. He was hiding behind like an ice cream truck. And we surrounded the whole place. And we was looking through the cracks and we can see his boots.
They flushed him out of his first hiding place where he dropped the pocketbook. Security guard Fred Moore had called the police.
The kids, they came up. We know where he is. Yes, he's in black. Come on with us. They didn't have the exact address, but they knew the exact house.
12-year-old August Taylor watched for the police.
Me and the man over there, we stopped the police.
Police called for the suspect to come out. Sergeant Mike Brewer snapped on the cuffs.
He told me that a group of kids had started chasing him, and these kids kept yelling, "Just drop it, man, just drop it."
Police identified the suspect as 29-year-old Marcus Herbin, who's been charged with robbery and maiming. The reaction of the kids, including 12-year-old Calvin Williams...
I just wanted to catch him. I felt angry. Tell him to respect his elders. I felt sad for him because I knew what he did was wrong.
And what the kids did was right on.
They kept calling me hero and started rubbing on my head.
Primetime arranged a meeting.
How you doing?
Fine.
What's your name?
Jamal.
Jamal, I thank God for y'all being so dear.
This is an example of what this community and communities throughout the United States need to do to take the communities back from the criminals. And that's what these kids have done. These kids did a fantastic job.
Last night, the Newport News City Council honored the 13 youngsters, gave them each a certificate of appreciation, to which we add our, "Well done, kids. You've made us all feel a little safer." We'll be back in a moment. Terrific.
Primetime will continue after this from our ABC stations.
The Acura Integra Sports Coupe and Sports Sedan. Not since Hot Wheels have cars been this fun. Track sold separately. Now, special lease rates are available on the Integra at your tri-state Acura dealer.
The latest winner of $1,000 a week for life, Luis Reyes.
He could do it, I could do it. If Luis can win, I can win.
I'm gonna go buy a ticket.
Now it's my turn to win.
Win for life. You keep living, we'll keep paying.
I'm gonna keep playing because I'm gonna win.
This is a Channel 7 Eyewitness News Brief.
Good evening, I'm Bill Butel. Tonight at 11, a surprising development in last year's subway shooting in which a white police officer shot a black transit cop. A grand jury has handed down its decision in the case, and we're live with late developments. Also, the jury returns a surprising verdict in the first trial in the Dirty 30 police scandal. The Oneida Indian Nation plans to take a big gamble in the Catskills. Could it roll snake eyes for Atlantic City? And the calendar contest that's giving many parents and children false hopes of stardom at 11.
Do you know why there are almost 3 million Ford Taurus owners on the road today? Because every year it continues to improve. And this year is no exception with the Taurus SE. With an optional rear spoiler, better ride and handling, and of course front-wheel drive and a V6, this Taurus is better than ever.
Now you can lease a new Ford Taurus for just $185 a month for 24 months with only $1,875 down.
Ford Taurus, #1 and better than ever. See your Ford dealer today.
Primetime continues. Once again from New York, Diane Sawyer.
Peggy Fleming, who was only 19 when she won the 1968 Olympic gold medal in figure skating, once said, "In 4 minutes, you're being judged on a whole year of practice, and not many sports put you through that." And not many sports require a family to sacrifice as much to achieve a young skater's dreams. So why do they do it? Well, tonight a young girl who is the sensation of the skating world and her family explain what it really means to create a champion.
Budapest, Hungary, at the Junior World Skating Championships. The world's best young skaters are getting down to business. But the one to watch doesn't exactly stand out in a crowd until she takes the ice. She is Tara Lipinski, just 69 pounds, just 12 years old, and already a champion in the making.
Yeah! She thrives on competition. She loves it.
She'll drive herself till she gets it.
I love to compete. I love it, and I love skating.
And the skating world has fallen in love with her. Here in Budapest, she finishes 4th among the juniors, just out of the medals. But by next year, she plans to be skating with the seniors, the top skaters in the world. Her goal? Well, just ask Tara.
Well, my biggest dream is to win the Olympics.
That's better. Turn your toe out on the way back.
And back at her practice rink in Delaware, she pursues that dream in a grueling 6-day-a-week schedule. Coach Jeff DiGregorio is in charge.
That was actually the right timing. It wasn't too slow.
Tara's mother, Pat Lipinski, watches from the sidelines.
She just does it. This is it every day, all day long. You just do it till you get it straight.
It sounds like she drives herself pretty hard.
Yeah, she does.
Too hard?
I don't know. They say that's what makes her skate good, you know, that she wants it so badly.
Tara has to want it badly to endure the kind of physical punishment necessary to excel at her specialty, jumping. Tara can lift her compact little body very high and rotate unusually fast, routinely performing what is virtually unheard of for a female skater her age, triple jumps.
I love love to jump. That's my favorite thing to do in skating. Just to land a jump, on ice skates and one blade, jumping up in the air. And you really don't think about it when you're falling on it, how hard and difficult it is to do it.
What was it like the first time you put on ice skates?
At first, I didn't like it.
As a toddler, she learned to roller skate and actually began skating competitively at age 4. By the time Tara, her mother Pat, and father Jack moved to Houston a few years ago, roller skating had become Tara's all-consuming passion. One day, as a diversion, her parents let her try ice skates.
And then all of a sudden, I started to like it and jump and spin and...
Tara's extraordinary talent was obvious, but to pursue it, she'd need full-time training, top coaches at a top skating center, and that meant big changes for the Lipinski family. For the past 2 years, Jack Lipinski has lived alone in the family home in Houston, still working his oil company job. Pat and Tara have traded in the family life for a small apartment near her training center in Newark, Delaware.
Pat, I'm having a really hard time imagining sitting with your husband and saying, well, maybe after 20 years of marriage we should live apart so that Tara can keep skating.
It is difficult. You try to think of all the happy things and it'll be okay. And it's really not okay because you can't fly back and forth to see each other that much.
I miss out on seeing Tara grow up a lot, and it's difficult. I mean, we sit on the phone a lot, we call, we talk, but it's really hard. My little girl is, 1,500 miles away from where I am.
He misses us. He's all alone in that house. Sad.
And it's all for skating. Is it worth it?
I think so. I mean, sometimes they don't think so, but I mean, they don't know what it's like to skate.
That kind of single-minded concentration is what keeps Tara focused on her goal of being a champion, keeping her on course through a non-stop daily routine. Each morning begins with 2 hours of academic tutoring.
You're going to look at this and you're going to round it to the nearest whole number.
And then I come here and I start skating at 10:40. Then I have about a half-hour break where I eat lunch. And then I do the 1 o'clock session to 1:40. Then I do a 2 to 2:40, and then I do a 3 to 3:40. And on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I also do ballet and jazz. And I do some homework, and then I usually eat dinner and go to bed. Good night!
The apartment and all the other expenses must be paid for by the Lipinskis, and it hasn't been easy. To cover the cost of everything from costumes to travel to coaching fees and custom skates, they've had to refinance their home.
How much money do you all spend on this?
The past year, it was $58,000.
Do you have a spare $58,000?
No, a lot of credit cards.
If you had it to do over again, would you do it over again?
And she never would know the difference? Probably not, because I know what it's like to leave my husband now, be away from him. But that would have to be with the understanding that she never knew.
Last year was a critical point in Tara's young skating career. At age 11, she won a gold medal at the Olympic Sports Festival.
Wow!
The youngest athlete to do it ever in any sport. Though proud of her daughter's achievements, Pat worries that Tara is missing out on having a more conventional childhood. But it's too late, Pat says, to try to force a change.
It would be taking something away, and I think for the rest of her life, she would say, I never finished it, I never completed it. She's got to ride this one out.
And Pat Lipinski says she'll be there with her no matter what.
What is it like for you to sit here every day? I mean, for hours.
For me, I'd say it was a little boring. It is. Because I do have the blues a lot, you know. I worked hard to have a 21-year marriage, to have a beautiful home, to have a family, and now it's not there for me. So, yeah, I do feel like I'm giving up a lot. But she's also quite a kid. I'm proud of her.
Hold. Speed. Come on.
And so is her coach. He believes she can be an Olympic champion. But getting her there can cause tension for them both. He's preparing her now for her toughest competition, the U.S. Championships.
What's going on? This is not playtime. This is 2 weeks before a national championship. I don't want this many mistakes. This is ridiculous. I'm not kidding around. We're on lots of speed now. No more baby skating. We always discuss the problem, and I won't leave the rink being mad at her, or she won't leave the rink being upset with something I've said. Woo, that was beautiful. That was perfect. Perfect.
Jeff knows that as her achievements grow, he must prepare her not only for the physical challenges, but the emotional ones as well. Tara's friends are fellow skaters, and now increasingly defeated competitors. Stardom, Jeff warns, can be lonely.
You know, she's afraid that if she does something great, that that her friends aren't going to like her. She doesn't like to feel special. She likes to feel like she's ordinary.
But Tara wants it all.
Do you see yourself as a star?
I hope I do. I would like to. I still think of myself as a normal kid.
Here is Tara Lipinski. Finally, the big day comes, the U.S. Championships and the junior women's singles competition. Tara and her coach planned a large number of triple jumps in her routine. She's under pressure to nail every one. In the end, a solid second place, the silver medal. Tara says she's ready for new challenges, whatever those might be, and her parents say they're ready too.
So proud of you.
We've decided to do whatever we need to do. We have one child, and he passed this way once. And if your child is excelling at something and really enjoys it and loves to do it, it's so hard to not do it.
Do you ever think about not skating?
No, never. I love just being at the rink, and I would stay here all night if I could.
After her performance at the U.S. Nationals, Tara coach says, as we told you, next season he's going to move her up to compete with the senior women. And Tara says she's not discouraged by placing second in the juniors. I'll go home and train hard, she says, and next year I'll be back.
Coming up, he's the latest member of the jury to be excused from the O.J. Simpson trial. An insider's view when Primetime continues.
This robe may look nice and white, but it doesn't compare to this Clorox white. Because detergent alone can leave clothes dingy, but adding Clorox every time gives you a brand new kind of white. Clorox liquid bleach. Also in lemon and fresh scents.
Everybody needs some money sometime.
When you need money fast. Hello, Dad? Count on Western Union. We send more money to more people around the world than anyone else. Western Union, the fastest way to send money worldwide.
Is there such a thing as a lease that's fun? Well, if it's a lease on a 1995 two-wheel drive Isuzu Rodeo, there is. Because at just $267 a month, it makes enjoying the big-time fun of a rodeo really easy. And if you don't believe us, just look how much fun our lawyers had with it.